Are your rooftops looking something basic like this, and you want to take it and make something like this? Well, that's what I'm going to explain to you in this video. We're going to cover simple things such as stair overruns, basic HVAC equipment, and other details to add to your rooftops. So let's jump straight into it. Alright, so first thing you want to do is choose the block that you're going to be using for your roof. So for me personally, I like to use a mix of coal ore and gravel. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just select our regions, and we're just going to go /set, and we're going to go, I usually use about 60% gravel, so 60% S3, which is obviously your slot 3, and about 40% S4, which is the coal ore. Press enter. As you can see here, we've now got the kind of nice mix between them. In my opinion, I like this mix, also just because the coal gives like a little bit of dirtiness to it as well, and then the gravel, obviously, like the rocks. You can use any other blocks that you like. I just think this is a pretty good one. We use it a lot on Awasia and the Silver Pine project, so it's a pretty good block to use. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to work on the stair overrun. And so your overruns are basically just your rooftop access. So obviously down there you would have your staircase. So let's just say maybe this was a 4-story building. So you'd have your stairs, and then the stairs would lead up to the roof. Obviously people need to get up onto the roof, and also it's for fire and hazard safety reasons. So we're going to design that first. So I've already built this entire thing, and I'm just kind of going back off the guide. So what I'm going to do is, this is just a 6x5 little thing. So we've got the room for the stairs in here, and then I kind of made this at 1:1 scale, which is not usually a scale that I work at, but I kind of liked how it looked. So we're just going to fill this in here, and for the roof, I'm just going to grab like stone, and we'll pop that. Pop that on there. Alright, sweet. And then we're just going to grab, let's go with mossy cobble, that will work. Now, something to remember is this doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously, some things look better than other things. Everything doesn't look perfect. So we're gonna grab some mossy cobblestone walls, stairs and cobblestone. There we go. And we're gonna do something like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an iron door here, just because it gives that like more industrial look. And we're just gonna build the stairs, because why not? So we need to stay down here, stay down here. We'll put a little that. Yeah, that'll be good. This. And that'll do. And then we'll just put some iron bars here, so people don't fall off the edge. That'll do. So obviously, you've got your stairs. So like your stairs will be going all the way around. You know, so you got your fire escape stairs as well, so people can get out. And so you can come up and then come out here, and you got your rooftop access. What we're going to do is we're also going to place some iron bars just here for your rails, so they don't fall over. And that looks pretty good. So then we're also just going to add this. This is a cube pack thing only, so you might have to find like maybe a torch or something else. But we're just going to put this like little sort of lamp here that we have. And a cool trick that you can use if you want to get some light without anything, especially without the light block in the newer versions, is you can take a piece of metal and then just replace it, and then just do end portal, not end portal frame, end portal, and it emits a little nice glow, so it looks really nice. Alright, so that's your pretty much I've lost it. We're just gonna add same thing again, cube pack thing only, but in the IMC you take an iron cap door and then you place it in the jungle biome. It gives it this cool fan. I thought it was a cool little detail to add. And we're also just going to take a crafting table. Nice. Vent things up there. As I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's good to me. Alright, so the next little thing I'm going to add here, another cube pack thing. So I'm sorry, you're going to have to probably find a couple different substitutions. But so if we take a grindstone, we place it up against the wall. It gives us this really cool like electrical box and circuit, which is something to definitely have on the top here. And that'll do that there for the stair. So pretty basic. It doesn't have to be great. If you're doing elevator overruns, so if you've got a bit of a bigger building, this is kind of more of like a smaller building. But if you've got a building that needs elevator overruns, pretty much the same thing as this, except I would obviously like build like your pulley system or if you can fit it, and then like a big circuit box. So that's what they usually have, like a pulley system and like a big circuit box. But since this is just a stair overrun, I think this will do fine. Alright, so moving on to the next thing is kind of some random placement, but also more thought out. So your HVAC equipment you're going to need is for your heating, your ventilation, and air conditioning. So we're going to start off with that HVAC equipment. So in the cube pack, if you take air ducts, not air ducts, what are these? These are like coarse plant. We can place them freely in the back. We kind of just place them like this. It's a really cool pipe sort of vent things, and as you can see, if I place it like that, it gives us little crates. Pretty cool. And so we're gonna place that. We're also just gonna place one kind of like here. Then if we double place it again, it'll give us a detail. Something that we're gonna add in the back here is obviously buildings. Like everyone needs to breathe. So this is a pretty basic, but it works. Little air intake. So the air would come through here. Comes through normally, and then goes down. And there's a whole bunch of pipes that would run fresh air throughout the entire building. Because obviously without it, it's pretty hard to breathe without air. So the next thing that a lot of people like to build for their rooftop details, which I do as well, it's kind of a good way to create some fillers for it, is these little fans. Yeah, it's something that people like to use a lot of, is these big fan. It's a good filler detail in my opinion. Like if you struggle with your HVAC equipment and you don't necessarily know what you need to add, these are kind of a really quick, easy way to just add some details onto it. As I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's a little more thought out, but kind of just place it and hope it looks good. Alright, so last few details here. So we got this faucet sink thing. I'll show you the photo on screen now of the thing that I was basing this off of. It had this little detail here. I'm not exactly too sure what this is, but it does look good, and I felt like that was the best way to replicate it, so it worked well. A couple last details here. So on the back here there was some pipes, so we can just take kind of like a fence, just with a certain block state, and kind of just place them up like that, and it gives us these like little pipes in the background. We've also got another air intake, so this one's a little bit different to the last one. So just gonna take just stairs and a slab, and all it is just upside down facing stair, a block on top of it, and then we could place one of these again. Perfect. In fact, I might actually change that a bit. Oh. Yeah, that looks like lots of little things again. So another little air vent. This one's a little bit taller. And then we just alright, so now we've ended up with something that looks a little like this. So we've got the stair overrun, and we've got some HVAC equipment. So we've got the ventilation things here. We've got the heating and cooling. Another thing you can also add that I've been building a lot recently is like these big little pistons together. These like, I'm not exactly too sure what they are. As I said, I'm also not an expert on this. I've just been doing this for a little while now. But these big like units that are on there, I think they are for possibly heating as well. So you can add those just to fill in the space. But as you can see now, we've got a lot more details up here. Now, certain buildings like to use rooftops for other things, so hiding these can sometimes be a bit tricky. So certain buildings kind of have like a little hidden section on the roof where they'll have all their stuff, and then there's like usually a big green wall dividing them. For this build though, it's more of a big industrial sort of classic rooftop. There's nothing really up here. Something else that you can also add if you're building this, let's say this is like a taller building. So if we take our fence bars again and we grab a redstone torch, this is kind of a rule that a lot of like every building has to have, especially if you're flying, if you got like air traffic coming around, as you can add these little red torches around. So you can chuck a couple of them around your rooftop, and this basically just lets aircraft know that they're getting near a building, especially in like bad weather. So chuck a couple of those like that. And there we go. That doesn't look half bad. And maybe we'll put like maybe an antenna or something up here. So the cool way we can do that is just like this. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I might move it down by one. There we go. That looks a lot better actually. There we go. And so that's pretty basic HVAC and rooftop details to add to buildings. Just doing little things like this really improves the look of your city, because when you're flying around with cities, it gets kind of boring just looking at just like the roof plate. It's like at least there's something on the roof, but majority of the time there's not. And it's really a cool way to add some realism to your city, also just making it more diverse and more unique. So obviously every building's a bit different, but you know, if you add these on every building, it also just looks a lot more appealing when you're flying over rather than, you know, on the floor, because obviously when you're on the ground floor you're probably not going to see much of this anyway, so that's why a lot of people don't really build it. But like as you saw, this didn't really take us that long to do, so good details like that can definitely help improve your buildings, and it does a lot. So that's pretty much going to do it for this one. I just wanted to apologize for the massive wait between videos. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, and so I haven't really been able to get a video out. So I was just hoping to get something quick out, so there was a massive delay. I do have a video at the moment in plans, something a little bigger than just this, so please stick around for that. But on that note, that's pretty much going to do it for this one, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys.